Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, June 10th, 12th. Sorry, 1, 2. Here in Calgary, where it's sunny but a little bit smoky. Not as bad as yesterday. Yesterday was pretty bad for smoke. Today is not so bad, so we were able to have the windows open a little bit this morning, get some air in the house because those sorts of things matter. They do. Um, what's going on in life? It was a busy week. I finished the ballet costumes. So if you were here last week, you heard me talking about the ballet costumes. They are done. They are delivered. That was a lot of tool. A lot of tool. I thought, hey, I've got a cis boy in ballet. I'm not going to have to do too much for costumes. But then when you know how to sew, you get put on costume duty. So that's always fun, right? Uh, yeah. So ballet costumes are done and off. What else did I do sewing wise last week? I finished up another self portrait. That one was just embroidery. And I've started a new one. So I just want to show you all. That's the picture that I'm using. It's bigger. It's like 18 by 24 printed, roughly. Along the way there, I have done the grid construction like Timna Tar's stitch mosaics, except I'm not doing her technique for making the blocks. I see the benefit of her technique already as I'm doing this, but I wasn't a big fan of the microfilament and the applique and everything. So I just wanted to try something different. So I'm just kind of improving. So I have each block and I'm improving the block based on what is in the grid here. So this is what I have so far. Doesn't look like much. It's this portion of the jacket and along the bottom. I don't know if I'll do the entire perimeter first, like I would a puzzle, but these were easy ones to start with, frankly, which is why I started with those, is they were easy. So that's what I'm working on for morning make in all of that. Sewing wise, the other thing that I have going on is I want to finish a quilt top, but I'm going to wait to reveal it. I did a reel a couple weeks ago with some different layout options for it. It's a black and white quilt, but a couple of the blocks are just a smidge too small. And rather than square them all up smaller, which is certainly an option, I'm going to add strips, like some bold strips of different colors, where I need them. So I think that's going to affect how I end up doing the layout in the end, but we'll see. There's only a handful of blocks that do it. And I've already picked out the backing fabric. I went in to go buy a wide back and came out with fabric to make a really funky pieced back that is in total contrast to the front. So I think that'll be really, really fun. So I want to try to get both the back and that top done this week so I can book a long arm appointment because I need to have this quilt done before I go on my trip this summer. Speaking of my trip, I spent free time last week booking everything and I feel so much better. I'm not a planner. I am not a planner. If you couldn't tell from my improv quilting. And so planning all of the details of the trip was very stressful, but I managed to get it all done. So I'm excited about that. Our trip is pretty much fully planned as much as we need. Other than that, we want to keep things free and open where we can to explore and see what strikes us, right? See what mood hits us along the way. We had a busy week for sports and stuff. My son did manage to do the whole week at school. He's struggling now. The smoke really doesn't help him in any way, shape, or form. So we'll get through that too, but he is home today. What else is going on? What did I want to talk to you about? So morning make is going on. I want to finish the quilt top in there. Ballet costumes are done. Life has been hectic. Oh, I'm getting ready for the Piecing Palooza. So if you haven't heard, I am doing with CNT Publishing, we're doing the Piecing Palooza on June 28th. My session's gonna be a 40-minute session on making slabs. So I'm really excited about that. I have tons of I could spend the whole 40 minutes just showing you examples of making slabs, but maybe I'll just do that here on Instagram, even though Instagram is really irritating me right now. Um, but yeah, I'll do that and show you different slabs that you can do and you can make and different possibilities with the technique. It's like one of the most basic improv techniques. So I'm excited to be doing that. I'm excited to be doing some of the other sessions because there's like super precision stuff and improv stuff. And so and in between. So I think there's something for everybody, but it's also good for you to go and learn a little bit and be out of your comfort zone. Uh, I think that would be me with the piecing or the precision piecing stuff. It's not my comfort zone. I can do it, but it's not my, go-to sort of scenario in there. So I will be doing that, doing some prep work for that. And then it's just, continuing to catch up on life and work. We're extremely busy at our business. Um, my studio is finally seeing some progress. There was some issue with the concrete. I won't get into details because it's really boring. But it is progressing at least. And there is some plumbing in place. So if you come to my studio, you will be able to go to the bathroom and it's fully accessible. So anybody will be able to do it. So we're really excited about that. And that's about it. It's not a lot going on, or yet it feels like there is a lot going on in the life part, which means there'll be minimal. But I feel like I'm going to get a fair amount of sewing done this week because my girls don't have sports. So my oldest is done her sports. So if she just wants to go on her own, she can go. My middle is getting a few days off of rest, much needed rest. In a day or two, she'll be antsy that she's on rest, but it'll be okay. So it means that there's no driving and going out in the evenings, which means we can enjoy the weather if it's not too smoky, and I can hang out in my sewing room, which will be fun. I don't get to do that often. So, and the last thing I want to do is some photography if the light holds, because I got a backlog of projects that I need to photograph. And so it's just about finding some time to do all of that. So I'm hopeful for that because I got a lot of things I want to share with you. So stay tuned for those updates coming everywhere you can find me. So that's on YouTube, on Instagram, and the blog at Cheryl Arkeson, and at the Quilters Placation website. I want to be able to share all of those things with you. So I hope you're having a great week. Nobody's asked any questions or anything. Lots of people popping in and out. So that's great. That's about it for this week. I won't keep you for much longer, but I hope you have a great week. I hope you find some time to explore your creativity, to play a little bit, and to just have fun with life. All right, everybody. Have a great time. Have a great day. We'll see you online. Bye.